Hi, class, and welcome to Biology 240 General Genetics Online, Mesa Community College for the spring of 2024. I'm your host. My name is Dr. Louis Obermiller. I'm a doctor because I have a PhD in molecular and cellular biology and biochemistry that I received from Arizona State University in 1999. After I received my degree, I worked for the National Cancer Institute, the National Institute of Health. I also worked for the Genome Institute of Singapore doing gene expression analysis. And then I worked at the Carl T. Hayden VA Medical Center here in Phoenix on cardiovascular disease and diabetes. My interest is generally in human diseases, and recently I've become very interested in human orphan diseases, which are basically diseases that no pharmaceutical company would spend any money on because there's very few children affected by it. So one of the things I'm researching right now is Snyder-Robinson syndrome. You can look it up, but it's caused by a mutation in a gene, and basically, I'm trying to figure out. I have been figuring out what caused the mutation, what's the shape of the protein that causes the mutation, and looking at ways to change that mutation back. One of those methods is using the CRISPR-Cas9 DNA editing system. And I do research at MCC on this. I've had a lot of students that are now in medical school that have done that. I'm also the academic advisor to the pre-medical club at Mesa Community College. Now, we meet on Fridays, first and third Friday of every month, in LS 101. I know you guys are online, but if you're around, you might want to stop by, especially if you're interested in medicine. We have a lot of great guest speakers and do some tours at medical schools, including PA, dental, pharmacy, and other like occupational therapy and athletic training. So anyway, let's get into the class. Everything is on Canvas. Hopefully you know how to use Canvas. If you don't, there's some instructions there. I hope I have my phone. I don't. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to get my phone. Okay, so I dual factor authenticated into this. You guys don't have to, I don't, you may have to do this now. Some hacker hacked our system, so most places are doing dual factor. Anyway, so I had to get my phone to do that. All right, so we're in. I haven't published the class yet. If you go to courses, you'll see that you should have this when I publish this in Canvas. So this is where I'll post this video that I'm making right now to go over the syllabus and the course expectations. I just discovered that my lectures were purged out of Zoom. I don't know. I didn't download them before 120 days or whatever it was. So I have to redo my lectures. So that's going to put me a little bit behind in the video lectures, but I'm going to start doing lectures tomorrow morning, and I'll post those as I finish them. So it'll almost be like a live class because you're not going to be able to go burn through lectures. You'll have to do 2 or 3 lectures a week because that's when I'll be doing them as well. All right. So, and again, I'll post them. Anyway, so intro video here. I will have office hours online. I'm on campus on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 11:50. Sometimes I forget to go online while I'm in my office. So if you just give me a nudge, send me an email, whatever, and then I could just jump on. I don't like WebEx, and I'm kind of mad at Zoom right now, so I'm going to use Google Meet. And hopefully everyone has Google. If not, you can just upload it. So this is the link to the office hours, and that's what this little thing is here. You guys will see a little yellow, probably circle. Oh, I can't see that on my end, but when I click on things or whatever. All right, so these are practice problems for Mendelian genetics, which is we're going to start in. Hopefully you've already had this in Bio 181, so you have some idea of what it's about. These are the problem sets that I give my 181 class, so they're not really very intricate. And this is what we're going to start off doing. So I want you guys to do the problem sets. I'm not going to take this up for a grade. So here's the questions, and then you can check the answers right here. I also did video solutions so that you can watch them on YouTube as well. So I'll mute this so it doesn't echo. And I don't know, YouTube's monetizing me or what, but I'm not monetized, so I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, so I just go through the video of each of the solutions for these problems. So your problem set is also on the same thing. So if you do these practice problems, you'd be pretty good at solving the bi-weekly problem sets. All right. So let's go back to the home module. So I split this into two parts. It's a super long video, so I just kind of ran out of steam halfway through and started it again. So PowerPoints, I'm going to go through each of these PowerPoints. These are just a guide for me, so make sure that you guys watch the lectures and take notes like you're in an actual real class. I'm going to cover lectures all the way through till we get to lecture 9, and then the chi-square and binomial coefficient will be the last lecture before your first exam. So exam 1 will cover the lectures and the PowerPoints from lecture 1 through 9. I won't be able to cover a whole lecture in an hour and 15 minutes, so I'll probably split these up into PowerPoint slide numbers whenever I post it. Anyway, and so we'll pick up again here from lecture 10, and we'll continue to lecture 15, and then you'll have exam 2, and then 16 through 20 will be your final exam, and then this is just a lecture that I have in case I have extra time at the end of the semester, but I never do, so I've never really go over that. But this is transposable elements or jumping genes, which are pretty cool. Let's see. There are practice problems in the textbook. I use the 10th edition, but you can buy the 9th edition if you want. I don't really care. There's not much difference between the two. Anyway, these are just practice problems that I've made a document that shows all the problems that you can do to practice for the exams. And some of them may be similar to what's on the exam. Let me see if I can just download this. It's be faster. And then everybody has access to Office 365 if you're a student at Maricopa County Community College. So this just breaks it up. The bold are the questions. I had to write out the questions for the 9th edition because they didn't have it in the 10th edition. But this is the question sets for each of the different editions. So the bold ones are for the 10th edition, and then the non-bolded is for the 9th edition. So anyway, that's from the chapters themselves, not my lecture PowerPoints. So I kind of went through the syllabus, and I'll show you that in a second. All right. Okay, so I do PowerPoint reviews for the exams. I haven't published them yet. I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed yet. I'll publish them as we get closer to the exam, so that you can start practicing, doing some practice problems for the first exam and then the second exam and so on. There are also study guides that are published. This is not a comprehensive guide, but it will help you study. There are animations and videos. I'm kind of a visual learner, so hopefully that will help you kind of understand these complex topics a little better. Also, YouTube's a great resource, and you guys probably know that. I will post the problem set answers here. You can't see them yet, because then what would be the point? So every exam has two sections. One is multiple choice, and the second part is essay. I will post the essay answers, and then if you want to go over the multiple choice answers, then we can do that in office hours. I'm not going to put my old lectures on there because I will have new lectures. Those are just audios for the old lectures. Some scientific papers that we'll cover well in here. And then there's formulas that I'm going to give you guys for the second exam. All right. So announcements, if I have anything to announce, I'll post it here. Like my kid's sick, throwing up, I had to go, I can't make it to office hours or whatever. I'll let you know. And then if you guys have any questions, make sure you email me. You can email me either at Canvas or at obermiller@mesacc.edu. Your assignments are here. So there'll be weekly problem sets. These are older problem sets. I did a new problem set for this, and then these problem sets will be basically every 10 days. So my plan is to get you 8 problem sets by the end of the semester. This one is due on January the 25th, which gives you 10 days from tomorrow, start of class, to complete it. And then you submit it at Canvas. So it's a Word document. You just download it. And then hopefully you guys know how to submit things in Canvas. If you don't, we can go over it. So basically the first lectures are on Mendelian genetics and variations of Mendelian genetics. Like I said, you probably already covered in Bio 181. There's nothing really complicated in here. There are some thinking problems in here, and you might go, how's this possible? What's going on? And I want you guys to try to figure it out. And also, when you do problem sets, I encourage you guys to use the discussion board because I'm a big believer in bouncing ideas off of other people to help you learn. So there's a discussion boards here, and you guys can discuss whatever you want. The only stipulation is that when you do these problem sets, I want you to do them in your own words, right? So it's okay to work together. It's okay to come to the same conclusion, but I don't want you to copy and paste somebody else's answer. So even if it's the same, I want you to write it in your own words. I don't want to see any plagiarism here. So make sure that you write it all out in your own words. There's a genetics chat group here. I don't think there's any. This is an old thing. Let me delete this. All right. So I don't think there's any comments or discussions here, but you guys can put discussions here, and I encourage that. I'm not going to open the grades. There's links to other things here in the pages. So external links to various videos and things like that will help you. PowerPoint viewer, all that stuff. Like I said, there's all these videos, and I also embedded them in here. Some embryogenesis videos and stuff like that. I don't take attendance. A lot of this stuff I'm not going to use. You'll need Lockdown Browser, but you don't need to click on this one. When you open the quiz, it'll automatically download it. So some of this stuff I'll get rid of. I didn't realize it was up here. Let's go back to assignments. So your grades come from your problem sets. It's 25% of your total grade, right? The point system is different because I don't want to give you a ton of points on exams and like very few points on problem sets because the problem sets I want to have a little leeway in grading. So they're not weighed the same. So don't think like, if a problem set's worth 150 points, that's equal to an exam. It's not. There's 8 problem sets, so they're worth, whatever 25% divided by 8 is. And then exams, they're 75% of your grade. So whatever that, each exam is 25% of your grade, and all of the combined problem sets are 25% of your grade. So it's not based on a point system. You're going to have 800 points from problem sets and 750 from exams. It's just not possible for me to grade with those few points in a problem set. So I don't want you to freak out when you're like, oh, I have 10,000 points from problem sets, because that's not how it grades. It's a percent of your grade. 1/4 of your grade is from all 8 combined problem sets, and I'll post them as I go along. And the answers I'll post after the problem sets are due so that you guys can use them to study for the exams. Uh, so I made a quiz over the first few lectures, right? Lecture 1 through 4, just to give you an idea of what the exam questions are going to look like. It's only 15 questions. It's worth a point apiece. I'm going to just do it as a bonus to the quiz, to the exam. So I'll add these to your exam points. So like if you got 250 points, you get an extra 25 points for doing the quiz. You still have to do the quiz because you have to practice to make sure that your lockdown browser works. But the purpose of this is to kind of get you used to what the exam is and like a mini format. So it's like a mini exam. So follow the directions. You're going to have to. So this is all done online. So you're going to use a Respondus lockdown browser. Let me do a student view. And so I can't even open the quiz yet because it's locked. And it shouldn't be locked. Wait. Yeah, it should because we can't cover lectures. But anyway, so you'll open this and then it will tell you to open the lockdown browser. And then you're going to test your computer to make sure that lockdown browser is compatible with it, because some operating systems it's not, and some methods that students want to use to take exams is not compatible with Respondus. Anyway, so let's go back to assignment so we can kind of go over this. Oh, I'm still in student view. Let me leave this. Okay, so this quiz, you're gonna get for every quiz and exam, you have 2 sheets of paper. One is for scratch work on the multiple choice section. The other is for written essay questions. You can use the front and the back. You're going to show those both sides to the camera before you start your exam and when you finish. Make sure that you do that, because if you don't, it's a red flag. And, I'm trying to keep everyone honest here. Make sure you show your work. Show me your calculator. You're allowed to use a calculator for the exams. It can't be graphing or programmable. You just need a simple scientific calculator that can do square roots, right? And that's for chi-square analysis and some other statistical analysis we're going to do. So once you finish the first part of the quiz, right, you'll submit it, right? So it'll be over. You'll finish the quiz, and then you're going to go open the second part, the essay part. So you have 45 minutes to complete this and submit it, right? So once you finish that, you have 45 minutes to open this. So I'm not sure what the essay question is yet, so I got to make it up. But anyway, there'll be a link here, and then you can download it. You'll answer the questions, and then you'll scan them. You can either scan them, you can use Cam Scanner or PDF Scanner on your phone, or whatever, and then upload them here just like you would an assignment. So hopefully you don't have any questions out of that. We're gonna use that quiz as a practice to make sure that everybody's got it down. And then I'll post the answers. Again, the multiple choice you can come to office hours to go over. All right, so that's pretty much it. The last thing I want to do is go over the syllabus. Let me go back. So I'll add a module in here that says YouTube lecture videos. And so that will be right underneath the course intro video. So it'll be right here. And that way you can actually, maybe I'll put it right here under the middle practice problems, right above the PowerPoints. That's what I'll do. Okay, so let's see. Syllabus. I'm going to download this. So Bio 240 Online, General Genetics Spring 2024, Mesa. This is my name, my office telephone number, my email. You can also use Obermiller at mesacc.edu. It both work. My office is located in NU 183, which is the old nursing building. Office hours every day except Monday, 11 to 11:50. The lecture will be, like I said, in YouTube. I haven't posted those yet, but I'll start posting them tomorrow. You should order your textbook, Introduction to the Genetic Analysis, 10th edition by Griffith. You can get the 9th edition too if you can't get the 10th edition, but try to get the 10th edition because that's where most of my lectures come from. You can get it for like $15 on Amazon. The other additional thing you need is a handheld scientific calculator. It can't be graphing or programmable, like I said. It just needs to have square and square root functions. Square isn't really that big of a problem, but square root might be, unless you can do it in your head. Like I said, all 3 of the exams are 25% of your grade, and then all 8 problem sets are 25% of your grade, so that'll be a total of 100%. I'll drop the lowest problem set score, so you're allowed to skip one, or miss one, or, something comes up. If you miss an exam, you're going to get a 0. If you have a valid excuse, then I will average the other exams together for your grade. So instead of 3 exams being worth 25% each, 2 exams will be worth that entire 75% in your grade. And then again, I'll have some extra credit quizzes that you can take to practice. Genetics is super important to practice, right? So it's like picking up a guitar you never played before. You're not going to get good at that guitar unless you practice every single day. And so if you want to be good at genetics, then you need to practice. And so our practice is going to be problem sets. And the problem sets, I'll post them, and then I'll post their due date. I don't take late ones because I post the answers, so that would be kind of dumb. Like I said, I encourage you guys to work together in study groups, but it's important that each of you guys do your own work, right? Don't plagiarize. If you have a request for regrading, like if you don't agree with my grade on a problem set, or you have an argument against it, I'm totally open-minded about it as long as you can convince me of what your reasoning is for that. I may adjust your grade, right? But I don't want to be inundated by students at the end of the semester, so you have a week to ask me to regrade it. So don't ask me to regrade problem set 1 that was due in February and May. I won't do it because I don't have enough time to do all that and then get grades in at the end of the semester. And I get it. You guys are all trying to fight for points to bump your grade up to the next letter grade. So, anyway, just pay attention. And if you have any objections to any of the scoring that I've given you for any of the problem sets or any of the essays on the exams, just make sure you bring it up right away. I expect you to watch the lectures and take notes, right? Like the PowerPoints are just a guide for what I say. So what the exams come from is what I say during lecture, right? And the other materials like the problem sets and quizzes and things like that we do. So all this stuff is posted on Canvas like we just showed you. And again, I said the slides are no substitute for lecture attendance. They may help you with note-taking, but again, they're not going to help you pass this class if you just look at slides. Make sure you watch the lectures. Like we talked about the discussion board. Withdrawal policy, ASU will only let me withdraw you to a certain date. You can only withdraw yourself to a certain date. After that, I can give you a W all the way to the end of the very last day of the semester, which would be May the 10th. I think grades are probably due on the 13th by 5 p.m. So I could give you a W all the way till then, even though this university does not like me to do that. But don't cheat, right? I'll give you an F or a Y. This is the schedule that I'm going to try to follow. Like, this is an online class, so, it's meant to have a little variation, and I'm going to try to catch up with these lectures, so as soon as I can, and then you can start doing it at your own pace, right? Again, these are the dates for the exams that are scheduled, but I reserve the right to change this. Sometimes we get ahead, sometimes we get behind. So we have to sort of adjust that as we go along. All right. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, you can email me. I'm going to wrap this up, and then I will post this video online. And then, like I said, tomorrow I will start posting the lectures. I'll post the lectures right above the PowerPoints. All right. Looking forward to a good semester.